Okay, the next thing to do is to bone out the butt. So we'll take away the top side, the round and the silver side, and then there'll just be the leg bone or the femur left with the shin or the gravy beef attached to it. Okay, in order to do this first, let's try and pick a spot. I can see this, I can see where it is because I've done this many times. It's a little more difficult for me to show you straight away, but just here on the inside, you can see this is the inside of the cow as opposed to the outside. On the inside, there's a seam of fat just up here, and it comes down here. Now, this is the seam for the round, for the inside muscle on the round. I'm just going to see if I can get it there. It's just there. Up over here is another seam here. This is what separates the top side from the silver side. And I'm going to take the top side away first. I'm going to put my hook, boning hook, in the top of this here, and just roughly, not too deeply, just with the tip of my knife, I'm going to run it just over the top there. I'm going to put it in, and you can see how it's starting to give me a bit of separation there. This is the separation that I'm looking for because it defines the area between the top side and the silver side. If we go too hard up into here, we're taking the eye muscle out of the silver side with the top side. We want to prevent that. Coming down here, you can see we're on the bone here. I'm hard on the bone here, and the tip of my knife is hard in against the top of the femur there. Now I'm just going to all the way down, follow this seam. It's just going to open up as I just lightly run my knife through there. Okay, now as I come around here, this muscle here is the round steak. This muscle here is the silver side, and I'm pulling this top side out away from it. I'm going down, and you can see how that opens up there as I do, leaving this muscle intact. Around here, leaving this silver side muscle intact, just going all the way down until we get to the bottom. We just go just around that leg bone, through there, and there we have it off. We have the top side taken away now. The next thing we will demonstrate will be to take the round away from the butter beef. This once again is a pretty simple process when you know where to go. This section here is the knee. We need to come up over the knee joint, and we will come down following this line of fat here, which depicts the area between the round and the silver side. Put your boning hook in there. It's a big, hard, gristly knob of fat. Just move around this way for a sec. On this side, pushing in quite hard, I'll cut right into the bone and bring my knife right up over and just into that section there. You can see how I have started to separate that kneecap away from the knee joint now. I put my knife in the top, a little cut there, just cut those ligaments that are each side of the knee, and you can see how that falls away. It's just falling away in my hand as I put pressure on that. The kneecap is in here. This is the bottom of the femur. In order to get this away now, all I will do is run my knife quite hard into the top of the bone. So once we've separated the knee away from the leg bone, what I want to do is mark the bone. In order to, if you mark the bone correctly, you can just pull the meat away from the bone. It leaves the bone very, very clean. So I'll just move around this way. I'm just going to run my knife hard up the bone there. Then I'm going to put my knife in here. I'm going to just follow this seam through. You can see this seam, how it's opening up. Not touching any meat on either side. Just completely in the seam. Just following that all the way through. Then turn my knife around and I'm just going to mark the inside of that there. Pull down and you can see the way that that's starting to come away. As I pull down on this, I can just mark there. I can just mark in here as I go, just on that bone, and I can just pull that down away from the leg bone. You can see how that was all come away. I'll just cut around the bottom of that femur and take it off. And that's the round or the round steak. Can see the knee, how it's pulled away from the bone here. The outside, this would come off as trimmings and you'd have beautiful lean meat from there. So that sits there. Once again, we pull that off, we go down either side, we bring it down, and there it is coming away. The next thing we're going to do is take the silver side away from the rest of the butt. There's not much of it left here now. In order to do that, we're going to come around to this side here. You can see where the Achilles tendon, the heel and the Achilles tendon here. I'm just going to stick my knife in there. I'm going to put my knife just in that tendon until it just pulls away to like that. I'm going to bring my knife down this side here. You can see how I'm just doing it very gently, nothing rough, just following the seam, allowing it to pull away as I go, allowing the weight of the meat with a gentle pressure in my left hand just to pull down, just to keep taking that away as I come down around that knee joint again. I just mark the outside of it here. And once we get here, it's just a matter of running down the bone and following that all the way around as we go until we get down to the bottom here. We'll just take this up around the bottom of the femur. This section here, of course, is the silver side. It does need cleaning up before it is the silver side. There is the clod still in it, and I'll show you where that is in a second. But you can see the way that that has come away from the shin. Okay, so once again, you can see how the silver side is pulled away. All we have left now is the shin bone with the meat on it. This section here would be the soleus, and then the section that I've taken off with the silver side would have the gastrocnemius in it. This now can be taken off here and here and sold as osso bucco. Osso, of course, meaning hollow, bucco bone. So this hollow bone area with the meat on it is considered osso bucco on the shank. Or we will bone the shin out and we'll have beautiful shin beef for stewing or casseroling. Of course, it contains a natural binder in it called myosin. When the myosin is heated, it melts and comes out of the meat and thickens, and that's why gravy beef is called gravy beef. That myosin breaks down and thickens your stew for you naturally without using flours and things. Because I started this boning demonstration saying that there was no need for a saw, I will continue to bone out the shin now. If you see down this side of the shin, there's all meat wrapped around, and on this side of the shin there's hard bone. This is where we're going to start, because I'm going to come across the top here against that hard bone and run my knife all the way down the fullness of its length, following the shape of the bone. You can see that. I'll put my boning hook in the top. I'll run my knife around the top. Then I just go down, and I like to just go right down and get that away from there. Then I come around to this side. I put my knife in here, and I do the same on this side of the bone, following it all the way down the fullness of the bone. I just go in through the bone, through the joint there. Then I'll just come back around to this side, run my knife down here, just go over that joint there. And you can see that we've got all the shin beef taken away there now. It's just hanging by that little piece of Achilles tendon, which I'll cut through and hope the bone doesn't come crashing down. There we go, so that's the shin beef. I'll just demonstrate that to you, how it was up here. So it was sitting on there like that, and we've taken it away, and there it is there. So there we have the hindquarter boned out. All we have left is the two bone segments here, and the dog will love them. Or, if you're so inclined, you can make a beautiful beef jus with these bones as well.